Spider-Man and the Invisible Airplane. It started to get cold outside. The trees started to change colors. The leaves started to fall on the ground, and the wind would blow them down the street. The birds would cuddle up next to each other, and they weren't singing as much because it was a little cold. The dogs would stay close to their dog houses, and the cats would find little places to hide and sleep. Things were turning into winter. But Peter, he still had to go to school. That morning he walked to school. He looked up at the blue sky, how pretty it was. He felt the breeze blow past him. And he had to wear his jacket. He had to bundle up. And he walked closer and walked to school. And he saw his friends walking and he said, "Hi." They didn't hear him. He didn't care. He was walking to school happy anyways. Now the first class was math. He did all of his homework, all of his math homework, and the teacher asked the class, "Who has the answer for number 3? And Peter, he had the answer, and his classmates had answers too. All through the week would be giving answers, but Peter didn't stand up once because he was kind of scared. But Peter wanted to give the answer, so he looked around, but he didn't feel it. But he did it anyways. He got up. I have the answer. The teacher said, "Go ahead." And Peter said, 37. Now the teacher was like, "Okay, yep." He wasn't too excited. The teacher wasn't excited, but Peter was, because he had the right answer. He stood up, and he was proud of that. So he sat down, and he listened, and he did his math problems, and he got most of them right. The next period, the next class he had was history. He liked history. He loved reading about all the stories of how the explorers sailed on big ships around the world and found new places to see, and new people, and new things to bring back home. So he did all of his classes that day, and after school, he knew that he got to go with his friends to Game World. Now, Game World had tons of games, any game you can imagine, and all you had to do was pay and play whatever game you wanted. And he already talked to his mom, and he went with his friends. So now they were walking, and he heard something. What was that? And his friends looked up. What was that? There was something flying, but it was invisible. They couldn't see it. Flying around. And then they heard a big explosion over the city park. His friend was like, "Oh, what's going on?" One of the big friends with a big belly was like, "My mommy." One of the girls was like, "You'll be fine. It's just something's going on, I'm sure." And then another big explosion. And the big friend with the big belly was like, Now Peter, he was Spider-Man. And he was a little scared too, because he didn't see it. He just saw the bombs dropping over the city park. And then he started hearing the police sirens. He heard someone yell, "Where's Spider-Man?" And he saw his friends looking up in the sky. They couldn't see it either, but they saw the bombs dropping. So he ran into an alley real fast. And then he heard out of the sky, he heard a big laugh. He was like, "Oh man, it's an invisible airplane! And the bad guys trying to destroy the city!" And his friends were so scared. And someone said, "Help us!" Because an invisible airplane was going to drop a bomb over the house. So the police ran up. He heard the police sirens. "I gotta do something." So he threw off his jacket, took his shirt off. He had to get ready because he was going to go help and his friends. He could see his friends around the corner. They were scared, really scared. And the police were going, there's now 10 police cars, and they couldn't see the bad guy either. So Spider-Man went around the corner into the alley, and he was going to do something about it. He was going to help out. So someone yelled again, "Help us, help! Help!" So Spider-Man heard the yell and jumped into action. Jumped onto the side of the building, and he's looking up. And you could hear the invisible airplane again. Now he had an idea. He jumped to the other building, and he went. He used his spider webs, and he grabbed the water tank off of the water tower. It was a small enough one that he could grab it with his web. And he went. He pulled really hard and yanked it off the water tower. And the water tank was now close to the ground, but he lifted it up and started whipping it over his head. And you heard the laugh again. He started spinning it faster. And the invisible airplane started dropping more bombs, and he saw where the bombs were coming out, and he went, and he threw it like a missile, and it went, slammed into the side of the invisible airplane, and the laugh stopped. And he heard, and then he saw it. The invisible airplane was almost destroyed, because then he could see now the airplane, it was starting to almost fall to the ground, but the laughter said, "I'm gonna still bomb the city." And Spider-Man said, not with me here. And he looked down. Yep, he forgot he had his shorts on. He took his shorts off. He was like, "All right, that was close." So he went, flew up to the side of the building. Now he saw a big satellite dish, and he said, "All right." He took the satellite dish, started whipping over his head, and he saw the airplane come fly by, and the airplane almost dropped a bomb on him, but he went, and he threw the satellite dish and hit the airplane out of the sky. The airplane started to spin out of control. So Spider-Man, before it could crash into the city where the people were, he made this big web. And the airplane got caught in the spider web that Spider-Man made. And the police screamed in. They got out with their hands out, with their guns out, and Spider-Man was up on the building. He was making sure that the bad guy didn't get out. The bad guy tried to get out and run away, and then Spider-Man went, he did a backflip. He was like, and he went, and the bad guy got wound up in a big cocoon, and then he couldn't move. And the police grabbed the bad guy and put him in the police car. And one of the policemen yelled up to Spider-Man and said, "Thanks, Spider-Man!" And Spider-Man went, "Hey, you got it!" He went to the other building, and then he went to the other building. He started swinging his way back to his friends, because his friends were still there, and his friends were still probably scared. He saw his friends, and he jumped, went into the alley, and he's like, "Oh man, that was close." And his friends started yelling, "Hey, Peter, where are you?" And the police finally, sirens turned off, the people were finally safe, and his friends were like, "Hey, Peter, where are you?" So Peter was like, "Okay, I gotta get back." So Peter was like, "Oh, here I am." They said, "Did you see the bad guy in the airplane? Did you see Spider-Man?" And this Peter said to his friends, "No. Are you guys okay?" He said, "Yeah." And then his friend said, "Where's your shorts?" Uh-oh.